We want to welcome in Steve Normane, head coach of Holy Spirit baseball team. Going to talk a little baseball, a little alumni game. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, Sully. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining us so early. But I guess you're always up early with the young ones there, right?
Yeah, you got me out of making waffles for breakfast. So I'm happy.
Are we on a time clock here then?
No, we're good. I got to head over to the sandcastle after this.
Let us know when you got to flip the waffles over. So how the Spartans doing? I know it's been kind of a little bit of an up and down season, but that was kind of to be expected in the Cape Atlantic League. And what a tough league it's been this year. I guess not a surprise to you, right?
Oh no, it's never a surprise. This is the way it's constructed right now. It's one of the best conferences in the state, and you look at the schedule day to day, you can't figure out who's going to beat who. It's really it's really something, and it helps all of us out for when we go on and play out of conference games and play in the state tournament. Everybody's prepared for a high level of competition.
Yeah, you guys have won 4 straight since the loss to St. Aug back in late April. Obviously, you want to be playing well at this time of year, and you guys proved you could do that last year by winning the state championship, getting hot at the end of the year. Similar feeling this year, or what? Anything different?
No, I mean, we're doing the same stuff. It's it's the goal. The goal is obviously to be playing well at the end. But that doesn't mean we want to start off slow. It's a matter of just trying to improve when we get a chance to practice. And I was talking to my coaches the other day. I could count probably on one hand the amount of practices we've had outside since the season started. The weather's been brutal, and when we get a chance to practice, most of the time it's in the gym. So, you try to work on improving skills and improving as a team, and it gets hard when you're confined to indoors. But everybody's in the same boat, and we just try to make the most of the opportunities we have.
Coach, how difficult is it to kind of construct a pitching rotation when you do have, say you have a couple games rained out, and then all of a sudden you got 4 or 5 in 1 week, and you kind of see this as the season unfolds itself, where you'll get some great matchups, and then all of a sudden, you'll be down to your 4th or 5th pitcher, and it's a 10-8 game, that kind of thing. So you kind of have to pick and choose for your main guys when they're going to go. I mean, Ocean City's been pretty consistent, throwing Mooney every Tuesday, and so how do you go about constructing the pitching rotation when you do have a lot of games per week, and you're trying to find innings anywhere you can?
Well, it's more, I look at it as more of a positive. We get to see who's got what. Our pitchers are all ready to go at any time, and obviously we'll throw the guys we feel give us the best chance to win each game, and we just take it day by day. Who's available this day, and we'll put them out there, and everybody else is ready, and then we'll worry about the next day. When you run into trouble is when you start trying to save guys for certain matchups, and then all of a sudden you get rain, and you wound up hurting yourself and hurting your team. So we look for that one day at a time mentality where if we get lucky enough to be able to play a baseball game on a certain day, we throw our best guy out there and try to win it.
Yeah, I know it can be tough because and I've seen that situation a couple times with teams like Egg Harbor Township and St. Joe, where they're trying to get as much as they can out of their ace, and then maybe get him out of the game to save him for 3 days down the line. Egg Harbor Township ran into that. I know Coach Carmichael said he was kind of kicking himself. He had Riggs all set for a 12-2 win against Atlantic City. Takes him out after 4. Next thing you know, AC scores 14, takes the lead. Then Egg Harbor Township came back and scored 14 in the bottom of the inning, so kind of a crazy game there. And also, St. Joe had that same issue against ACIT with their main guy, Marino. He pitched about 5 innings. Coach Carney took him out, had to bring him back in the next inning to kind of quell a rally. So I guess it can be a little bit tough as a coach to kind of figure out how long to let these guys go, right?
Well, yeah, and certainly, like I said, we try not to look ahead, and our ace this year has been Billy Corral, and he's been one of the best pitchers in the state. And I don't know, if you've seen him pitch yet this year or not, but when I go out there to try to take him out, it usually doesn't go well. He doesn't want to come out of the game, ever. So it's easy to leave him in, let him be a bulldog out there, and he'll just take his turn every 5 days. But and that's not, Billy emerged as our ace this year because Bobby Spicer was dealing with some injuries early on, but he's been coming back into form, which has been great for us. And now we kind of feel like we have two guys at the top of the rotation who can give us, a complete game, whenever we ask them to. And same with our other pitchers who have stepped up, with Bobby's injury, Lexi Blanchette and Joey Hartman and Jules Masella. These guys have been, just willing to go out there and compete for us. So, it's nice problems to have when you're trying to figure out how to get some guys innings.
Yeah, definitely. Talking to Coach Steve Normane of Holy Spirit High School. Coach, we kind of knew this was going to be the year of the pitcher in the Cape Atlantic League, and it's really living up to that. I mean, you see some of these performances. Your guy Billy Crowell and Mooney has just been completely unhittable all season from Ocean City. You got guys like Hillesheim from Absegami going out, getting 10, 11 Ks. Gerace with 13 Ks, this week in a game. I guess, tell the listeners out there how good some of these pitchers are in the Cape Atlantic League and what a challenge it is for the hitters. I mean, you might go a week where you face, 3 studs right in a row.
Sure. Just the way the schedule falls and if you're catching guys on a first game of the week or second game of the week, et cetera. But yeah, it's been great. We haven't seen, we played Ocean City earlier. We didn't get to see Mooney, but we're not sure we play them on Monday. I know he throws every Tuesday, but, we play them on Monday. I'm not sure if he'll get the ball or not, but, that'd be a cool matchup. Gerace came in and closed. He was dealing with an injury too. He came in and closed the game we played against Mainland, and was awesome. All these kids, we expected every game in the conference that we're going to see a stud. We saw Chalari opening day who completely shut us down. I could go on and on with these guys from different teams. It's truly a testament to the coaching and to the level of competition in this conference.
Yeah, I think it really helps these teams when they get in the playoffs as well. Like you guys proved last year. Kind of a pedestrian regular season, but because you had faced such good competition, you guys really outclassed everybody in South Jersey non-public B. So I guess it could be kind of a good thing to face such great pitching all year long. It really gets you ready for the postseason.
Exactly, and that's the when people were asking me last year, how do you do that? Go on a state tournament run with a losing record. You look at the level of competition, and we're in the non-public B with all other real small Catholic schools, and a lot of these schools, in Central and North Jersey, wind up playing, competition similar to them, with smaller schools and all that. So, we come in and our league 18-game schedule is all Group 3 and Group 4 schools. It does. It prepares us to face a better pitcher and face better hitters and last year it worked for us. Hopefully it does this year as well.
Coach, tell me about this alumni game you guys got going on today. Really one of the cool alumni events in the area where you have one school going against another school in terms of alumni. And I know you guys started this last year or the year before, and it's really been a great thing for these guys. I know they really enjoy it, and like some of the guys were saying a couple of years ago, hey, we still got some old scores to settle.
Sure, it's my favorite day of the year. It really is. Just to get these guys back out there and competing. A lot of them are friends. A lot of them work together. Still play together. Still go out to dinner. They're all. A lot of them are local, but some guys this year I know are flying in from other states to play in it. It's really become something you look forward to even more than like a reunion because, this is where these guys made their memories in high school. And, there's no better place to kind of rekindle those bonds than on the baseball field. Is it an awesome game from a skill standpoint? No, but you'd be surprised. We get a lot of recent grads and guys who even graduated decades ago who can still really play. And it's really fun to watch. And kind of the other aspect of it that's really cool is our players, our current players and Atlantic High's current players. They get a chance to talk to these guys and see what they made of themselves after they left Holy Spirit or Atlantic City and went on to college and what their profession is now, and how they made the most of their time in high school. And that's a really cool thing to introduce our current players, our current student athletes to.
I know you're not an alum of either one of these schools, but you're going to stand in there, take a few rips today?
No, that's for those guys. We actually on our staff we have a ton of guys who graduated from either school. Mike Bucaferni, Bob Soifer, and Pat Mullen, all on my staff, are all AC grads. So they'll be playing on the other side. Well, Pat won't be because there's a JV tournament today. But those guys will be playing over there. We have some older JV assistants who graduated from Spirit. So it's cool for our guys to see our coaches actually get out there and run around the bases and make some plays.
You gonna give them a hard time for putting on an AC jersey?
No. I love it. It's great. I know where their heart is nowadays. So it's cool to see them back with their old teammates. Throwing the ball around.
How cool is it for you to meet some of these guys who really made a name for themselves, back in the 80s and 90s? And, you're a baseball junkie yourself, and it's got to be cool to kind of pal around with these guys on a day like today.
Yeah, I mean, I love the history of baseball in general, and the history of obviously now I'm invested in the school and Holy Spirit, and I want to learn as much as possible about it, and this is a great way to do it, to learn about the past players, past teams. We have fathers of our current players that'll be playing today. It's just cool to find out the histories and the guys who were good and even the guys who weren't, who just came and were gamers and gave everything they had, and didn't play a big role, but they get to come back and play in this game, and it's just really neat from the history aspect to see, and I love seeing the guys who can still do it, who can still play. I think Kevin Holman had like 4 hits in our game 2 years ago. He was probably better than half of our guys on our team right now, and it's just Fran Casey coming back, who won't pitch this year because he's injured, but he's dominated the alumni game on the mound for 2 years in a row, and he graduated in I guess 1980 or 82. It's just real cool to see and see how these guys can still bring it.
Good stuff, Coach. We're up against the break. Got to let you go, but enjoy the rest of the day and get those young kids some waffles.
Will do. Thanks, Sully.